Somehow, so far so good, that I believe that when you sacrifice something, you want something bigger. Practice makes perfect. When you face that problem the first time, you think that you cannot handle that, but like you meet it like 1,000 times and you think, oh, it's just a small thing, you can do it.
Welcome back to TESOL Talk, and today we're going to meet once again in a place where we can listen and share our teaching journeys in TESOL Talk. And this is a special episode because this is going to be the first English-only episode on TESOL Talk. And with a special episode, we're going to welcome a special guest. And to be honest, this is the first time ever that I have ever met today's guest. But my first impressions are she's stunning and she's smart. And most importantly, she's going to have a lot of interesting and insightful stories to tell we all. And without further ado, we're going to welcome Miss Minh to our TESOL Talk today. Welcome. Can you introduce yourself a little bit to our audiences?
Okay, hi, my name is Minh, or you can call me Miss Victoria, and this is a great honor for me to be here and participate in this show. And let me introduce myself first. I have been teaching for around 9 years up to now. And at first, I just started out at the tutoring for some one or two students in my neighborhood. And after that, gradually, I have built my own classes. Then I believe that this is a great journey for me to be here and share my experience. And I hope that today's show will be something interesting for you.
Okay, that's great. And before we come to your stories, I want to listen to some of your emotions right now. How do you feel?
At first, a little bit nervous and also excited. Yes.
Okay, why nervous?
Because this is the first time I have been to a show like this, and it's also very professional. Yeah.
How about excited? Why excited?
Excited because maybe there will be some nice story that I want to share with you, and also with my student, and also with the parents are watching us like that. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I hope that we're going to have a lot of good stories today. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Let's start with the stories about your teaching journey. So you have already mentioned that you have been teaching for around 9 years and you started out as a tutor for the kids in your neighbor. So how did it all start?
At first, when I graduated from my high school, that I believe that I really want to do something that useful. Yeah. And then I want to teach. Yeah, I just want to share information and knowledge. And then turns out there are some kids in my neighborhood, they want to study at the same time. Yeah, like accidentally, then I opened a small class with just one or two students in my neighborhood, and then we just started, like that.
So how did you feel back then? Like, because they were your first students, were you nervous, or did you have any feelings during that time?
At first, actually, the first day came, I super nervous. Yeah, I prepared very carefully because I wanted it to become like professional. Yes, I prepared the lessons, the materials, and everything, even a very small corner for me to teach the students. And yes, and also at the same time, I applied to some of their English centers like VUS or IOA, yes, to support so that I can have more experience in teaching.
Okay, so how did it turn out? How about the results of?
And I think that the results were super nice, and they got super high score. Yes, but actually at first the kids just around primary students. Yes, primary student. So it didn't feel so difficult. Yeah, it's not so difficult that I couldn't do it. So it's just something that review the lesson in the class, so not that difficult.
Did you learn any lessons for your teaching skills from that experience?
I think that I learn a lot from that because I need to be the first thing that I need to be patient, and also I learn how to prepare the materials for the primary students. It's so totally different from the lesson that you prepare for secondary students or high school. But at first, it not only I taught the student from primaries, but I taught student from secondary school and also high school, like a tutor, right? You have so many different levels for you to experience. That's why, and I just follow my instinct at first because I didn't know what to do. Then I follow my instinct, and then I just watch so many videos on YouTube that the teachers help the students how to organize the lessons. And then I search on the Google, I searched on the internet, and then I found out that she's so simple English like that. And I really want to have a course so that it's helped me more into learning about how to organize a lessons well, and how to instruct the students and help them to understandable. Yeah.
Okay, so it means that at first you just did it like with whatever you know about teaching, just did it, and then you think that, well, I should like improve myself to do everything in an organized way, things like that. And you enjoy the course in TESOL.
Yes, and then gradually I took the course. Yes, I took the course like TESOL course, so that I could become more professionals in teaching. Yeah.
So, but as you've already mentioned that you taught because you wanted to share something, you wanted to share information, but when did it start with that thinking? Because there must be like a story that led to that thinking that I want to be a professional teacher. I want to share all the information or the ways to learn English to other people. So how did it start?
Actually, when I graduated, I just wanted to start a job. Yes, it didn't mean that I really want to do something like so big, huge, or like have to be like so huge a career. It just I thought that at that moment, a lot of my friends joined the teaching places like English centers or some place to teach math or literature like that. So I believe that I also want to do something the same, but I want to do something different. Yes, not the same like you just went to place and then you always become a worker like that. I wanted to have my own students, my own places to teach. That's why I started at my house first.
Okay, and now it becomes a
center. Yes,
okay.
like think big.
Think big.
Think
right.
big, do big. Yes,
yeah, all right.
like
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yes.
Okay, but during your first few years in the teaching journey, did you encounter any difficulties?
Like maybe a lot. And I think that the most challenging is about the parents. Yes, the parent expectation. They always put pressures to the teachers. They ask them to make the student have good outcome, right? But I have to tell them that learning is a long-term process. It's not just like 1 day, 2 days, or just 1 week. But it's really difficult to let them know about that because they put money, they give you money, and then you have to meet their demands. It's like that. So I think that the most challenging things that I have encountered probably the parent side.
Okay, but how did you overcome that? Because as you explained, you talk to them, you explain to them, but I think there's more to that.
Yeah, they're more than just a talk because I work like discipline and I have some of the rules when I teach. For example, every week I will submit, actually not every week, like every day. After the lessons, I have just like I use Google Doc or maybe a file like that to submit or to write down the comment for the students, just like the homework on that, and then I submit to I send to each of the parents so that they can keep track on their kid. It's just, like that.
Okay, it's like a tracker, right?
Yeah.
Like for the parents to understand the process of learning.
The process of the children.
So because the reason why I want to ask you that, because that is the problem that not only you encounter, but like most teachers, especially the novice ones, will encounter during their first few years of teaching. But one of the things that they usually feel is that they are afraid of the parents and they don't know what to do in those situations. So I think that the tracker and the talk maybe are the solutions to that.
Actually, you beside building trust, maybe you have the certificate, Yeah, you have the certificates and maybe the degree that show that you are well qualified. Yes, to the parents, and then that is the thing that the first thing that they believe that okay, I will give you my kids for you to teach based on your qualifications and degree, something like that. And after that, based on the process, I have to use something for them to keep track and also talk to them like every day. You know, at the beginning stage, I have to talk to them like daily, every day, like talk to my boyfriend like that, even more than that. Yes.
Okay, right. So sometimes I think that when we teach, we spend more time with our students than our family. It feels like 9 years is a long journey, or around 10 years is a long journey of teaching.
Like a decade, right?
Yeah, like a decade. And have you ever met students who have lost their faith and belief in learning English?
Actually, the students that I'm teaching right now, like in that kind of level, they always like lost their feeling. They lost their just like confidence in English. It's like that. And then when they meet me, then I have to talk to them, build connections, build trust, and then day by day put them in the process that I make them believe that they can do it. Yes, based on each person, because each person has their own quality, personality, right? And also their own ability. So I need to talk to them and let them to find out their true ability based on their level. There are some students, they really want to have, for example, they want to have 8 in IELTS, but actually their true ability is not that high. They're just around 4 to 5. And also their job doesn't require that much, but they want to do that because they follow the trend. So I don't really appreciate that, because I want them to know that when you learn English, you need to know what you do with this. That's why I will explain to them first before we enter the lessons. I always spend one day to talk to them, make them really understand truthfully about why we need to learn English and how do you need it in your own life. It's not because you follow the trend, it's not because your friend had that much score that you need to have the same, but you need to know that what you're going to do with that. That's why I always spend 1 or 2 days talk to them, maybe even 1 month, to make them realize their own ability. Yes.
Okay, so it means it's all about the talking, right?
It's all about the sharing, the connection.
The
Yes.
talking. Okay, how did you come up with that? How do you know that we should?
Actually, maybe I'm the person like to share. At first, I want to know that person before I teach them, because I don't want everybody like the same. I don't want to do the same thing. I don't want to follow the like just like the old path like everybody does. I want to make my own thing become something like unique. So I think that I need to understand my student more, because nowadays there's not so many people or many instructors. They have time to talk to their students, right? And they just follow the lessons, because actually we don't have much time to talk to them. Every lesson just have limited time, so we just follow what we need to do at the English Center. That's why I want to open my own English Center, so that I have my own rules, regulations, and then I can talk to them. Yes, I will understand my student more, and then I have my own staff, my own teacher. Then I talk to them. I want them to understand what I'm doing, the way that I do, and the future that I had.
Okay, maybe we should talk about your center and the journey of operating a big center like that. But now let's talk a little bit about your students. Still, do you have like a successful story of your students that you want to share right now?
Actually, most of my students maybe have the same stories, that they came to me when they have zero English skill, and then when they come to me around 2 or 3 months, they will have like excellent grades, like you can never imagine. It's like that. For example, like a few months ago, there was one student in secondary school, maybe in grade 8, and she came to me just 3.5 score in midterm test. Then after just six days of learning, just like you learn like the whole week, yes, like immediate process. It's just like that, and after that she got 9 in the end.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, it's just like a miracle, but no one believed that, right? Because it's not only her, but most of my students like that. Because I don't know, but when they come to me, they just like I cannot tell that they are bad, but they don't understand their ability, and they don't know how to study in the right way. And then I teach them, I help them to understand what they need to learn, and the main point in their test, yes, the main knowledge that they need to focus on. And then when they truly understand about that, then they can get really high score. That I cannot believe that. Yes, it's miracle. And also the parents also believe that, and they keep talking to each other about me. And then they say, okay, you can come here, and then the teacher will help you in very short time. It's like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Also sometimes, also sometimes really under pressure, because if I cannot do that, then yes.
Yeah. It means like you have to give the miracle like to every single student.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Like I believe in you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems like you did have difficulties and successes during your teaching journey. But have you ever thought of giving up teaching when you encounter problems in your teaching career?
Like many times, most of the time, like always.
So what do you do? What do you do back then?
It's just like I'm kind of like flexible person. When I encounter pressures, then I start doing something else. Then I forget about it. Then I then just come back and become stronger like that. I have so many hobbies. Then I start doing my hobby, and then just come back. It's like that.
Okay, all right. I know you have like a lot of hobbies, and most of them are kind of creative. Maybe we will talk about it later.
Okay.
All right. So it means like we should have time for ourselves and things that we can do for ourselves whenever we encounter problems in a teaching.
Yes, right? Of course. Like we need to take care of us first before we take care of someone else, right? We need to become calm down, and also like stay calm first before we meet students, because maybe our feelings affect them. Yeah, so I think that I should be calm first, and then I will talk to my student and get back to work. Yes, maybe we can take 1 or 2 days off. Yes, like that.
I think that's much better to teach in that kind of emotions than just bring all the negativity to a class, right?
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about your students and the first few years of your teaching career. Now let's talk about the present, like what you have been doing for the last few years, especially with your center. Okay, so why did you want to become a founder and start your own center?
Actually, I think that every teacher, when they start to teach, not every, like most of them, they always want to have their own English center, right? Yes, whenever you teach for a long time, then you want to have something for your own. Yeah, just like the spirit things. Yeah, during your lifetime. And that's also the same thing to me. I want to have something on my own, that I can create something like much better. And also when I look back, when I get older, that I think I have something that I feel proud of. Yeah, it's like that. That's why I want to open my own English center. Yes.
Okay, so if you have like 1, 2, or maybe 3 words to describe your spiritual center, your spiritual thing, your center, what would they be?
I would love to say the first thing would be discipline. Friendly? Yes, maybe. Yes,
yeah, because you want to care
yes.
your students, and you want them to understand themselves. So friendly, okay.
And maybe the last thing would be maybe helpful.
Helpful. Okay, why is that?
Helpful, that they can learn many helpful things, like useful, knowledgeable lessons. Yes, and also helpful for their parents, that they realize that, okay, the teacher helped my students. They become helpful, not also in their knowledge, but also they can have more information about the career that they are going, or the hobby that they are chasing. It's like that.
Okay, I think the last word should be miraculously helpful. That would be more like it from the parents. Yeah, they want miracle. You say that you want them to learn knowledge and English. So as you can see now, the technological advancement is really great. So are there any other skills that you want your students to have beside English?
Yes, I think that at the moment I am collaborate with an artist, like artist teacher, to teach them drawing.
Teach them drawing?
Yeah, to teach them how to draw, because I want them to have classes like drawing, but do you know that you take the class, but you use English in that class? Yeah, just like that. You teach drawing, but in English.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
okay.
like that. Because beside English, many students, they want to learn something else, just like follow their hobbies, but still they want to have information. The parents also have information, knowledge, and also some kind of skill, English skill in that. So why don't we just collaborate both of them into a subject? Yes, that's why I am doing like so many classes, like teaching singing in English and also drawing in English.
Ah, it seems like it sounds like a term that I learned from my master course. It seems like it's a content-based learning. It means like you learn a skill, you learn something, but in the target language. Like you want to
Yes.
learn, not just learn the language, but learn a new knowledge
Yes.
with the help of
Yes.
that knowledge.
Yes.
Right? Ah, okay. How long have you been doing that?
Maybe just 1 year.
1
Yeah,
year.
just recently. Yes, because just recently I have met my own friends. She's like a art teacher. Yeah, and then we just collaborate. Yes, like that.
Okay, that's really interesting. Maybe
Because she's teaching drawings for many years, and I have seen her paintings, and I also love painting. And I believe that I have so many foreign friends. Like my best friend is Brazilian. Yes, we have talked a lot, and we have we together go to many drawing classes together at the weekend. So I believe that why don't I have my own classes with my own teacher to teach them? I really hope that I can expand it to the adult, that they can come here. For example, like foreigners, they can come to the class and enjoy the drawing class. Yes,
I think that's a really great
yes,
idea.
but at first it's just for the kids. Yeah, it's just like workshop, and then I will become like a course for the kids first, just like the trial. And in the future, I really hope that it will come for the secondaries, high school, or maybe more.
Okay, I think that's a great idea, because if you can expand to other hobbies besides drawing, like I know you can play piano, you can learn piano through English or other things through English. That's
Yes,
really good. Becoming a teacher and also have special classes like that, and also a founder. So how do you feel? So are there any big differences between just being a teacher and be a founder?
I believe that there's so much work to do, right?
Yeah.
I lack of sleep. That's the first thing. When you become a teacher, you just take care of your class, right? And then after you finish your classes, then you just come home and then check the assignment. Then you go to sleep. But then I cannot go to sleep. I have to have a lot of meetings after classes from 10 to 2 a.m. like that, because my whole day in the morning I am at the university, and in the afternoon I have my own classes. So I just can't have time for meeting at midnight. That's why it's so like super busy. Like I'm swamped with a load of work.
Yeah.
It's like that. But I believe that is the thing that I choose. So I love to do it, so it's okay.
So it seems like you're going to have a lot of work to do, but do you feel that it's a little bit too much and
Like
you
overwhelmed?
kind of overwhelming?
Yes, like most of the time. That's why I have a lot of hobbies to balance. Yeah, to have a healthy work-life balance. That's why I start to get up earlier to do exercise like that. Yeah, to refresh my day, and then I start to doing the next step.
I do know that you had your master degree, and was it a choice so that you can improve the quality of your center?
Yeah, I think so, because when I study master, I think that it gives me a lot of knowledge, and also beside knowledge only, I can meet a lot of people. They can bring me various insights of them, and also experience when they teach, that I can learn from them, and then I can withdraw some of the advantages, so that I can just like I can make my teaching lesson more engaging and understandable.
Are there any knowledge that you feel that it's really good that you can share with us today?
You're talking about when I study master, right?
Yes.
During my master journey, I believe that there are so many teaching techniques, like you say, content-based, task-based language learning, something like that, or student-centered, that make the teacher realize that we need to change. Yes, based on the very modern technology nowadays, we need to change the way we teach. We cannot hold the we cannot be the center of the class. We need to give students more space, yes, more room so that they can express themselves. It's like that. So I believe that that is the most important thing that I would like to share with the teachers in public school, right? Because at the moment, the student need to have more space to express themselves. But it's hardly for them to do that.
I think we can also need to understand that for them, because like the size of the class is too
big.
Too big. So they just try their best. Some of the time, I think those approaches cannot be applied. But we need more changes
in the curriculum also.
Yeah, in the curriculum. So what is the hardest thing of being a founder?
I think the hardest thing that I need to find a very good team to collaborate. It's not only me, because when you become a founder, you need to organize your team, like collect your team. Good team will make the good, just like the success. Yeah, just like that. And up to now, I still look for some of other departments so that I can fulfill my place, English centers, like that. Yeah. I think that the most difficult when you become a founder, because not only yourself, but you have to be prepared, like, of course, but you have to have a good team.
Okay, so
yes.
What do you think of a good team? Like, how can we find people that can fit in our team?
I think that also based on your personality too, because when you work with someone, that person have to have the same like frequencies and also the same personality with you, so that it's easier for you to work with them. And also, for example, you are disciplined, but that person like to do everything like on just like a randomly,
spontaneously. Yeah.
So I believe that it would be better if you can find a person that just like fit your personality, like that. Yes.
Okay. But how about us? So if we are a founder, what are the characteristics that we need to have?
Actually, you have to be like very patient. Yes, patient, and also can work under pressure. Because sometimes you really lack of sleep and you don't have much time for yourself, for your family. Actually, one word that I just think of is sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, sacrifice your time. Sacrifice maybe your youth. Because at my age, during the journey of 9 years, I can enjoy my life with my friends. At the weekend, most of my friends, they go to the coffee shop for just hanging out, chatting, like that. But I never have time for that. I always spend time to do research more, that what I need to do to expand my English centers, what I can do for my teacher, what I can do for my students, what should I do to make the lesson become more interesting and attractive. I have to think a lot, and then I also need to have time for myself too, because I a little bit overwhelmed after a long week, so I want to have some private time to recover. So that's why I really want to actually meet my friends, but it's something like kind of impossible. So sometimes you will feel a little bit regretful about that. But somehow, so far so good, that I believe that when you sacrifice something, you want something bigger.
But you still feel that sacrifice up to now is worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
So when you have problems when becoming a founder, so usually what will you do? You will figure it out themselves, or do you have anyone to talk to?
Actually, I will have someone like a consultant to talk to, or sometimes maybe I would talk to someone like have more experience in that field, so that they give me more advice about that. Yes, because there are some problems that I do not know how to do it, how to fix it. So I need to talk. Yes, I need to have someone to give me more advice from their experience. Because we always need advice.
Usually we need someone to figure it out, some of the things that, because those are in that blind spot that we cannot see, so we need someone else. With your teaching career, your experiences, and as well as what you have been doing right now, do you have any advice or recommendations back to the teachers that also want to start teaching and also want to become a founder like you?
Actually, this is not a very easy journey, of course. As a teacher itself, it's already difficult for you, not even talking about founder. Actually, you have to have like preparations. Yes. And then you have the first thing, I think that every teacher need to improve their knowledge. Yes, you have to be well qualified at first, and then try hard, try to improve yourself, try to learn new things, and also be patient. Yes, you have to be patient and never give up.
Okay.
Yes.
How can we be patient?
I think you need to practice.
Practice.
Yes, at first maybe I cannot be that patient like this moment. Sometimes I feel a little bit overwhelmed, and then I cannot hold my tears, like you say.
Yeah.
I cannot hold my feelings. But I believe that you can practice. Practice makes perfect. So day by day, when you face that problem the first time, you think that you cannot handle that, but like you meet it like 1,000 times, and you think, oh, it's just a small thing. You can do it. So it's based on, I think it's based on the experience, and also you have to think more positively. Yes.
Do you think that your patience may also come from the knowledge that you gather during that time?
Yeah, of course, because when you are young, when you are so young, you cannot think of that. But then gradually you meet a lot of people, they give you insight, knowledge, and also you can see the way they react to the problems. Then you can learn from that. Yet can gradually you become better, better versions day by day. Yes.
Okay, so it means that we need to try
Yes.
and learn, and then the
Try.
patience will come.
Yeah, try and learn, and then you would draw the lessons day by day based on the situations, the context.
Okay, right. That's a really good idea, because most of the time the word try seems to be something difficult for people to do.
Yeah.
Because when we step out of our like comfort zone, that's a big deal.
You have to be a little bit brave.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to be brave, because if you are frightened of failing, then you cannot do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just like when you said that one of the things that one of the problems you encounter when you are a founder was that you need sacrifice.
Yes.
And I think that also comes from being brave. You have to
Yes.
be brave to make sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah. So it seems like you have a lot of work to do, and you also have hobbies. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about your hobbies, because I know that you have some that are very interesting. Can you share with us some hobbies that you usually do when you kind of stress?
Yes, like at the moment I do so many things, like I'm kind of multitask, so I like to try something new as well. So I'm playing music, like piano, guitar, dancing, singing, drawing. Yes, and I used to do yoga, gym. And yes, at present I'm doing, Pilates. Yes, same like yoga, but with the equipment. Yes, and I believe that those hobbies help me maintain a healthy work-life balance. Yes.
Okay, so why do you choose them? Why not others? Because it seems like there are other hobbies for people, like maybe extreme sports or anything that relate to, I don't know, their personality. So
I try all.
you try all.
Yeah.
You try all. And then
I
pick
have tried
whatever it sticks.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have tried climbing,
Ah.
swimming, playing badminton, basketball. I try all, and I can play all as well. I can play everything. So to conclude, then I choose something that really suitable to my time. Yes.
Okay.
But whenever I have time, I like to go swimming.
So it means that you also want to do creative hobbies, and also hobbies that related to health
Yes.
as well. All right. So how long have you been, let's say, playing musical instruments?
Probably since I was 18 up to now. Yeah.
So
Around
it's
6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Have you ever performed those?
Yeah, like a lot of times.
Ah,
I post a lot of videos on my Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So do you feel that by learning those instruments or doing other hobbies, they somehow help you in your teaching?
Yes, of course, because the kids, they really love singing, dancing. I can use my musical instrument to stimulate them in learning. For example, that kind of song you can play on YouTube, but then I bring out my guitar and then play for them at the moment, like immediately, so that I feel more so much like encouraged and like interesting to learn with this teacher. So it makes you become a unique teacher. Like, yes, distinct you from other people.
It's like you have your own style
Yes.
in teaching by integrating those hobbies
Yes.
into your class.
Yes.
Have you ever thought of that the students are also somehow our teachers?
The student
like, also our teachers,
yeah.
like we can learn something from them.
Yes, of course. I learned from them how to become patient, you know? Yes, because there are some problems that I encounter, then I talk to them. Then I just feel like that is just a small thing. But at that moment, in their situations, they need someone to understand, and I have to learn how to put myself in someone's shoes like that. Yes, and then I gradually become patient and listen to them, become a good listener. It's really difficult for you to become a good listener because you want other people to listen to your stories, but actually sometimes you feel so tired, exhausted to listen to other people. So I believe that if you want to become a teacher, you have to become a good listener. You listen to your students' stories, and then you find out what problems they are having because they cannot figure it out themselves. That's why they need you. And then you become the listener, good listeners, then you help them like find out of that, and then you help them to become more confident. And from that, they have trust in you, and they listen to you, and then they start to learn well.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, this morning I have taught lessons about the psychology of language learners to my students, and I also tell them that if you want to influence your students, the first thing you have to do is listen to them.
Yeah.
When you listen to them, they will trust you, and when they trust you, you can influence them by telling them what they need to do to become better.
That's what I start to try it when I was 18. Yes, I believe that when I listen to them, they will express their thought. They trust me, and then it's easy for me to teach them.
There's also one thing I want to ask about your hobbies, because there is one keyword that I hear you repeatedly mentioned in our talk, is that the word disciplined. So it seems to me like you are a disciplined person, but you also have creative hobbies. So how can you balance that, being disciplined and also being creative?
Actually, discipline in the classroom, just like classroom management. For example, for 10 minutes, you have the warm up. After 10 minutes, for 15 minutes, you learn something like leading to the team, something like that. So I am disciplined that I follow the rules, sometimes flexible, but follow the rules. And also, I give my student knowledge. I give them space to express themselves, but they need to give me something in return, not just giving and I don't receive anything. They need to submit the paper on time. It's something like that.
It means like we need a plan.
Yes.
For like a lesson plan, so that we can balance the discipline and the creativity and the creativeness in our class as well.
Yes, planning also in your daily life as well.
Okay, all right, that's really good. So how about talking about the future? All right, so you're a founder now. You're going to, there's not much time for yourself anymore, but do you want to like improve any aspect of yourself in
Actually,
future?
I want to learn many things. I want to keep on going back to learn my Chinese and study master in Chinese because because I used to study Chinese for a long time, and I have the degree like certificate, and after that I have to postpone it because of COVID. And also there's some problems happen, and also I keep on studying master degree in English, so that's why I postpone that. But I hopefully in the future I can get back to study, and I also want to like learn something like develop my career, like learning doctor, something like
doctor?
that. Yes, hopefully.
Really?
Yes. I love to learn. So I really hope that in the future I can learn so many other things, not beside knowledge, but learn management, learn something else.
Okay, all right. So how about your center? Do you have any plan for your center?
I want to expand it not only in the subject, the English, but also in other subjects like other languages, like Chinese, Japanese, yes. And also currently I have one English center, not English center, just like a center for tutoring for all of the subjects like math, literatures. Yes, it's just like collaborations with other teachers as well. They bring the students, and then we bring the space for them to learn. It's like that, and then we exchange the subject. Yes, and we make them become our student. It's kind of complicated, right?
Yeah.
But actually, at first, it's just like a place for gathering teacher and students from different school. And then from that, we can have more courses for them to experience, to try. Yes, it's like that.
It seems to me like you are very ambitious. Yeah, you're very
Yes.
ambitious. You want like maybe it comes from your feelings of wanting to learn more.
Yes.
You also want you have a place where people can learn more.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you want your students to learn more as well.
Yes.
Right.
So yes, and also our teachers can learn too. Yes, in that place we have so many subjects, so that we can easily to learn.
Yeah.
Yes, like that.
Okay. So have you ever thought of like put your place on social media to like post it more on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok?
Actually, I really love to do that, but most of the time I'm kind of busy recently. But at the moment, I can find my team, and I have better like management for my center. So maybe in the futures, I can do that. Before that, like in the past, I had to do most of the thing myself, and also try to have a good team. That's why I didn't have much time to do that. Yes, but from now on, from this year, everything seems to be like fine. Stable, so that maybe in the future I can experience this kind of prospect.
Okay, so if you can share something on the social media platform, what are the contents that you want to share?
That's also the thing that I also think of. What should I share? Like most of the teachers, they share about their knowledge. Yes, like everybody share about their knowledge or share about their daily life. Most of the thing like that. In the past, I had a friend in Malaysia, and I talked to him about my plan. I want to do with him a TikTok, but we don't share about knowledge. But let's share something about cultural exchange, and you can teach Malaysian, and I can put it into Vietnamese, and also we can trade our culture. Because I used to be exchange student in Malaysia for around 2 to 3 months in hospitality. That's why I know him, and then I believe that I want to do something different. Yeah, something different about like exchanging culture, Malaysian, Vietnamese, like that. Yes, and also know more about religions. Yes, something quite different from the social media nowadays.
So one more keyword that I can get from you is that you want to do something not on the mainstream, like you want to do something unique with whatever you're doing, right?
I guess so, because as you can see nowadays, there are so many teachers do the same thing,
Yes.
like I do, and they do before me. There's so many hundred millions.
Yeah.
So what is the main point if I do the same thing, and how can I get popular, right? Because there's nothing different, the same knowledge, everybody knows the same everything, but we have different experience in life. We have different knowledge, experience. Yes, that's the thing that I think that I can try to investigate in that. Because there are some experience that I think that I go to. For example, I went to Malaysia or went to Singapore, study something in different field. For example, like you can do the content like how an educators experience new experience like in a culture or in different field. Yes, in different major.
Yes.
In other countries.
I think that's also a great idea because it offers the audiences new experience and also new knowledge because they have been like bombarded with repeated information already.
Yeah.
So if there are a new aspect of life, that would be much better.
Yes, and I also believe that as you can see, there are so many people, so many students, they study this major, but they don't know what to do after graduate. Yeah, so I want to do something like share with them what job that I can apply to, because I already experienced. Before I become a teacher, I used to be, I joined human resources, marketing, yes, tour guide.
You did a lot, right?
Yeah, content writer, yes, video editing. Yeah, same like many things that I try, so that I have more inside experience to share. Because whenever you want your student listen to you, you have to share something that you already experienced. That's from based on my thought. If you want to build connections, you want them to believe in you. You have your own story. Yes. So I want to try many things that I can tell them from based on my own experience. That much better that I can heard or read from social medias.
And well, to be honest, if you have time,
Yeah.
right, I really want you to do that because it seems like it's
Interesting.
it seems interesting, and because, well, just from my point of view, it's kind of get boring surfing the internet nowadays because those information just come up repeatedly every single day. There's nothing new. So if you can offer us, the audiences, a new angle of life, that would be wonderful. So before we end our talk to today, so do you have any plan for this year?
I plan to go to Europe. Yeah,
Oh.
probably because that is the plan of around 3-4 years ago. Yeah, but there's things happen. Then I keep on delaying, and up to now I want to have a time for me, for myself, to refresh because I keep working 9 years like non-stop. Yes, I need some time to refresh, and when I come to new countries, maybe I have vlog and some kind of videos about sharing many things that I told you. Yes.
Okay, so which country do you want to visit first?
Maybe Paris and then
France.
Italy. Yes, just like European countries.
So before we end, because we are teachers, so we're going to have a lot of students that like us, but also we will also have teachers that we are influenced by them. So when you come to today's talk show, do you have any teachers that you want to give them some of your words from the heart to them?
Actually, most of the teachers that taught me, each of them gave me different lessons in life. So I believe that the way that I become who I am today, also thanks to them. So I believe that when you become a teacher, you need to improve yourself every day. Just like I really, really enjoy learn something new. And moreover, you need to be patient and never give up. If you ever want to do something, just follow it. Just do it. And I have a really nice quote that I always follow it. Just like when you're not changing, you're choosing it.
When you're
not changing, you're choosing it.
You are choosing it.
Yes.
What does it mean?
When you're not changing, you're choosing it. It means that if you want something, but you don't change yourself, how can you get it? Yes. For example, if you want your students understand you, you have to change yourself first. You have to become a good listener. You listen to them, and then the way they behave to you differently. Yes. So if you want something, you have to change it first. Or if you don't change it, just like you accept it by somehow. Don't just complain about it. Yes.
Okay. So it reminds me of a quote that I know about changing is that be the change that you want to be.
Yes.
You are the change. You need to be the person that you change first before you want.
And
the world
also,
to change.
my coach also influenced my students as well. Why? Because whenever they told me that I really wanted to have a high score, I didn't know what to do. So I told them that quote: when you're not changing, you're choosing it. You don't change your behavior. You don't change the way you study. You don't change your habit. You become lazy all the time. So how can you change your score? Yes.
Your score won't change until you change.
Yes,
right?
so you are choosing it, right?
Yeah.
At the moment, you are choosing the way you learn, the way you live. So if you want to change it first. Yes.
That's a really good idea. Well, thank you very much, Min, for coming with us today. You have shared a lot, and those are insightful and fascinating stories that most people, most audiences, I think that they really want to listen to because you're still young, but you have like a 9-year experience in teaching, and you are also have a lot of hobbies and experiences in other fields as well. And your stories today are wonderful. So one more time, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, I really excited and also feel interesting to have a talk here with you. Yes.
Okay.
And I think this shows would be a great show so that there are so many teachers, they come here, they share their stories, like insightful story. Yes, then that can help students and also someone that want to be a teacher. They can understand more about this career.
On behalf of TESOL Talk, I just want to wish you a good future, and whatever you plan to do, you will succeed, like you have always done.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you so much.
All right.
Yes.
So it's also the end of TESOL Talk, and this is also the end of our first special English-only episode. And I hope that you guys all enjoy today's stories, and we'll get back later in the next few weeks. Okay, see ya.